In her creative studio in Accra, Rita Mawuena Benissan is remaking royal umbrellas. In public settings, Ghanaian chiefs sit under these umbrellas, and the golden totems and relics show their level of authority. The details are in their designs, and that's what Benissan is showing through her exhibitions.
The royal umbrella kind of comes to play on how it's an object that is seen as a protector object, but it's also an object that showcases power and hierarchy.
Raised and trained in the United States, Benissan is committed to showcasing African heritage through arts. She collects archives of films, photographs, documents, and artifacts of African culture for her foundation Sihene, which translates the making of a chief in Twi, a language spoken in southern and central Ghana. Benissan says her challenge is accessing these materials on the continent itself.
How does a student who's Ghanaian American, coming back home, have less access of these photos, visuals, artifacts in Ghana, but in the States or in Europe has more access to it?
Ghanaian historian Osebo Kantanka says about 90% of African cultural heritage artifacts are located outside the continent. He says they were looted during the colonial era.
They are not just arts. They are of spiritual significance, economic significance, social and moral significance.
Advocates have been calling on the return of these artifacts back to their original countries and rightful owners. This year, Ghana's Ashanti Kingdom saw the return of artifacts from the United States and the United Kingdom. The Fowler Museum at the University of California in Los Angeles returned 7 royal artifacts to the Menchia Palace Museum in Kumasi permanently, while the British Museum and Victoria and Albert Museum sent back 32 items, including gold peace pipes and a 300-year-old sword. But the items were returned on loan. Locals say they want a permanent return.
It sounds incomprehensible because it was taken from here. You have no idea how they were made. You came in as armed robbers and took it away. So if you have realized that it's mine and you're bringing it back, it is a matter of just giving it back. But you say it's low.
Historical practices of claiming spoils of war complicate the permanent return of artifacts. Safo Kantanka says a legislative order from the UK is needed for museums to return artifacts permanently. In the meantime, Benissan hopes that her umbrella exhibitions could create more awareness and spark conversation about the importance of restitution.
When people walk into a museum, when people walk into a gallery space, they're seeing these umbrellas, they're seeing these totems, they're seeing the stools, the thrones. Literally, many of the elements of the regalias that are used within the chieftaincy is in their forefront. So we're not hidden. We're literally right in people's faces, and which is also like a call to action to say, no, you cannot hide us.
Benissan has held exhibitions in other parts of Africa and Europe and plans to organize more, hoping to boost her own career as well as the push to bring African artifacts back home. Sana Anutod, VOA News, Accra, Ghana.